On the news at 7, Governor Aiyedatiwa charges young leaders to stay resolute in political journey. Tinubu support group names Governor Aiyedatiwa Grand Patron at Ondo State inauguration. People's Democratic Party (PDP) suspends key officials over anti-party activities. And from the foreign scene, Sudan conflict escalates with attack on aid officials.
Good evening and a warm welcome to the news. Kunle Ariyo is my name. The Ondo State chapter of the Tinubu Support Group (TSG) has been inaugurated in Akure, the state capital. Leaders of the All Progressive Congress (APC) across the 18 local government areas were present to drum support and drive mobilization for the re-election of President Bola Tinubu. Joy Pius report that the governor Aiyedatiwa was decorated as the grand patron of the group. Her report.
Members of the All Progressives Congress (APC) gathered in Akure for the inauguration of the Ondo State chapter of the Tinubu Support Group (TSG). The group aims to mobilize and campaign for the re-election of the president. The event took place at the Culture and Event Center, the Dome, attracting a large turnout of political leaders and party loyalists. National Director General of TSG, Umar Tanko Yakasai, who led a delegation from Abuja, described the Ondo chapter as the mother of all Tinubu support organizations across the country, commending the state's leadership for their unity of purpose.
The TSG, so it's very impressive. I don't think that any state in Nigeria will come second to the TSG on those states. So we are really impressed. We've spoken to our support groups that in the states what they should do, they should be the umbrella body of all support groups to register any support group that is in those states that is working for the re-election of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu come 2027, because that's what we do.
Former Minister of State for Transportation and Director General of the Tinubu Support Group (TSG) in Ondo State, Ademola Adegoroye, thanked the national leadership for trusting him to lead the state chapter and pledged his dedication to building a strong and united organization to secure President Bola Tinubu's victory.
TSG is our baby. We know that we must put in our best. We know that when you're doing things political like this, the organization is very important. And so that's what we've been doing. So I'm not surprised that I give that to Almighty God and to everyone who has taken part in ensuring that we put this in place.
We are going to embrace that support, work together. There should be synergy, there is gain and synergy. We will both save cause, we will both save energy, because we have a common purpose, we have a common message.
The only way we can do it to ensure that we have overwhelming victory in Ondo State is for us to work, in collaboration, hand in hand with Mr. Governor, and ensure that we have victory in the coming election.
The delegation moved to the Koko Conference Hall, where Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa was honored as the grand patron of the group. Governor Aiyedatiwa, in his response, affirmed the state's support for the president and pledged to work towards his re-election in 2027.
Every support that will be needed to ensure that we achieve the objective, the goal of this particular group, this government will be ready to give that.
Members of the support group pledged to sustain advocacy efforts and grassroots mobilization to ensure Tinubu's success in the 2027 elections. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
The National Working Committee (NWC) of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) has suspended some key officials for alleged anti-party activities. At its emergency meeting, the NWC announced the suspension of the National Secretary Samuel Anyanwu, the National Organizing Secretary Umar Naturi, the National Legal Advisor Kamaluddin Ajibade, and the Deputy National Legal Advisor Okechukwu Oshoha. The officers were suspended for a period of 1 month and default to the National Disciplinary Committee for further action. The party says during the period of the suspension, the affected officers ceased to function in their respective capacities. The federal government has recovered over 90 mining sites from illegal operators and generated 28 billion naira in revenue in 2024, surpassing the ministry's budgetary target for the year. Minister of Solid Mineral Dele Alake stressed the importance of lawful practices in solid mineral exploitation as part of a broader effort to promote good governance and sustainable development. According to Alake, the ministry, in collaboration with Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps, has established mining marshals with the purpose of securing mining sites. Alake said the current administration's policy on mining is that mined minerals should not be exported raw, except after undergoing local processing to give them a valuation. He cautioned traditional rulers against conniving with illegal miners irrespective of financial endorsement, saying the future of the country must not be traded. Special Advisor to President Bola Tinubu on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, has dismissed reports suggesting that thousands of Christians are being slaughtered in Nigeria. He described such claims cross-exaggeration. Onanuga was reacting to a post by United States Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who alleged that radical Islamists and Fulani militias were responsible for ongoing slaughter of thousands of Christians in Nigeria. Rubio's comment followed White House announcement designating Nigeria a country of particular concern over alleged religious freedom violations. Onanuga maintained that insecurity in Nigeria is not driven by religion, stressing that both faith communities have suffered from violent attacks across the country. He also faulted Donald Trump's characterization of the violence of religions genocide, insisting that Nigeria remains committed to protecting the rights and freedoms of all faiths. The World Health Organization (WHO) has again warned about the escalating transmission of mpox, with 17 African nations reporting active cases over the past 6 weeks. WHO, in a statement, said from September 14 to October 19, the agency documented 2,862 confirmed infections and 17 deaths, formerly known as monkeypox. The virus has now emerged for the first time in Malaysia, Namibia, the Netherlands, Portugal, and Spain, making its expanding footprint outside Africa. In its latest assessment, the WHO called for intensified monitoring, broader vaccine distribution, and robust infection prevention measures to halt the virus entrenchment. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has urged residents to support their call for the better healthcare system. The call followed an indefinite nationwide strike which began today after the expiration of a 30-day ultimatum to the federal government. NAT President Mohammed Suleiman emphasized that their demands are genuine, focused on saving Nigeria's health system and not driven by personal or political interest. Suleiman said the working conditions of doctors directly affect the quality of patient care, noting issues such as workload, pay, staffing, areas and infrastructure undermines hospital services. He called on civil society, labor unions, religious and traditional rulers, and the public to pressure the government to honor agreements and invest meaningfully in healthcare professionals to ensure a functional and human health system. We'll now take a break now. When we'll come back, we'll give you more stories. Please do stay with us.
Hi, baby girl. Hello. I know. I've missed you.
Why text when you can talk? With Glow Talk Master 646, you get all the time you need to catch up with friends and loved ones. Free with Glow Talk Master. Talk for 6 minutes and get 6 minutes free. Plus 50 MB data. Simply dial *606#. New Glow subscribers also enjoy an extra 2,000 Naira data and airtime welcome bonus. That's right. Every time you make up to 6 minutes of calls in a day, you get 6 free minutes plus 50 MB data. Simply dial *606# now to enjoy Glow Talk Master. That's right. 50 MB free data to connect and share as you please.
One soft voice go dey darkness with a kulele promise. E go dey calm your feet dem. You fit smoke am, you fit sniff am. The first drag dey hit, but the addiction no be play o. E go first scatter your body. Your mind go come follow. E go dabaru your work, your future, even your money. But no forget o, help dey. No give up. You fit break cycle with correct help and better support. You fit overcome am. Reach out for better future. Na Niger Delta Development Commission (NDDC) say make I yarn give una. Say no to drugs. NDDC, 25 years of making a difference.
Welcome back and thanks for joining us. You can watch us live through our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook at OSRC TV, and on YouTube you can subscribe to our channel OSRC TV Ondo. With youth constituting about 60% of Nigeria's population, the demand for greater youth inclusion in politics continues to gain momentum nationwide. In line with this advocacy, the Nigerian Students and Youth Association, NESAYA Southwest Region, held its maiden inauguration ceremony and youth summit with the theme, Youth in Politics, from Voice to Power. Blessing Obe reports.
It was a gathering of students, young professionals, political leaders, and critical stakeholders at the first ever inauguration and youth summit of the Nigerian Students and Youth Association, NESAYA Southwest Region. The summit centered on creating a solid framework that empowers young people and strengthens their influence in national development. Speakers, including state and national leaders of NESAYA, emphasized the importance of unity, capacity building, and collaboration as essential tools for a stronger youth presence in politics.
Engaging in politics allows us to influence policies, drive reforms, and ensure that the voices of the majority shape our democracy.
This is not just a ceremony, it's a new beginning, a call for every young person here to rise, take responsibility, and make our voice count in building a better Nigeria.
And our mission now is to empower and make sure youth interest is being in politics. And we are not sitting at the back seat anymore, we are sitting at the front seat.
Representing Ondo State Governor Lucky Aiyedatiwa, the Senior Special Assistant on Student Affairs, Kelvin Olaoluwa, encouraged aspiring young leaders to stay resolute and visionary in their political journey.
Capacity, be humble, know your leaders, know where you belong. Determination, because there are going to be definitely lots of challenges that will come, but then stay focused.
Participants shared their experiences and expressed optimism about the association's vision to galvanize youth participation in governance and civic engagement.
Wonderful team this official organization, and I would say that this innovation is mind-blowing.
Because we see the Nigerian student and youth coming together, bringing power and bringing voice into the nation today is something that we are all planning for.
It's not just about getting there, it's about working to better the lives of youths and making sure that you're accessible.
A major highlight of the event was the swearing-in of the Nisaya Southwest Executive Committee, charged with steering the association towards a new chapter of innovation, purpose-driven leadership, and national impact.
Do hereby solemnly swear to uphold the values of integrity, honesty, and transparency.
The Nigerian Students and Youth Association reaffirmed its commitment to harnessing the energy and creativity of young people and amplifying their voices in the nation-building process. Blessing Obe, Osrc News.
The Dangote Petroleum Refinery has pledged a steady supply of petrol and diesel nationwide during the upcoming festive period, as its daily output now exceeds Nigeria's consumption capacity. Group Chief Branding and Communications Officer of Dangote Industries Limited, Anthony Chejina, said the refinery currently dispenses over 45 million liters of petrol and 25 million liters of diesel daily. They said the company is collaborating regulators and distributors to ensure efficient delivery across the country. Chijena noted that increased domestic refining has helped stabilize the naira by reducing foreign exchange outflows and supporting local currency inflows. Defending the government's new tariff policy, Chijena described it a necessary measure to shield local industries from unfair foreign competitions and product dumping. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has received 131 Nigerian returnees from Agadez, Niger Republic, under the Assisted Voluntary Return Program supported by the International Organization for Migration in collaboration with federal government. According to the agency, the returnees arrived at Aminu Kano International Airport, where they were received by NEMA officials in coordination with the National Commission for Refugees, Migrants and Internally Displaced Persons and the Nigerian Immigration Service. Thereafter, the Nigerian Immigration Service conducted biometric registration and documentation to ensure proper identification and support for reintegration. The returnees were subsequently conveyed to the Nigeria Immigration Service Training School, Kano, where further profiling continued. The exercise reflected the continued collaboration between concerned organizations in ensuring the proper reintegration of Nigerians returning voluntarily from abroad. The Deputy Speaker of Kebbi State House of Assembly, Mohammed Bagudo, has been abducted by suspected Lakurawa armed bandits in Bagudo local government area of the state. The incident occurred shortly after he observed Asher prayers and was returning home. The Kebbi State Police Command has confirmed the abduction and launched a search and rescue operation to secure his release. The command's public relations officer, Nafiu Abubakar, said a joint team comprising police, tactical units, military personnel and local vigilantes have been deployed to the area. He urged residents to remain calm and law-abiding, assuring them that the police are on top of the situation. The Akwa Ibom State Police Command has arrested a leader of a masquerade cultural group commonly called EPO over alleged criminal activities including illegal assembly, armed blockage of a public highway and extortion in the state. The command's public relations officer, Timform John, said the suspect was arrested after a distress call from a concerned citizen, which revealed that the masquerade cultural group was attacking citizens, blocking a public highway and extorting money from people. John explained that the perpetrators, armed with spears, arrows, machetes, sticks, and other weapons, also assaulted members of the public, including NYSC members. The police command warned that it will not tolerate acts of lawlessness, intimidation, or violence under any guise, including the unauthorized use of cultural paraphernalia to perpetrate crime. He urged members of the public to continue to provide timely and useful information to the police to prevent crime and ensure that all communities remain safe and secure for lawful activities. We'll take another break now. When we come back, we'll give you more stories. Please stay with us.
Uche, sir, don't go collect the goods we pay for. No carry nonsense, come back here.
Okay, my Oga.
Uche, go buy me oil filter. Go buy for Pascal, no. Hey, he go cheat you. I don't hear, Oga, I don't hear. I go call you back. Hello, Johnny. Hey, I beg you, get radiator. Okay, my boy, they come your shop now, come collect them, eh? Uche!
Oga, I know go Pascal again, no.
Go to the shop now. Uche! Go to the shop, go bring a filter.
Free on Glow Talk Master. Talk for 6 minutes and get 6 minutes free. Plus 50 megabytes of data. Free. Dial star 606 hash. New customers also enjoy a welcome bonus.
This one will not flash me like before. If I say things don't change, oh.
Now where I don't get Glow Talk Master, eh? I go dey call you go fear. I go call you tire. You go tire. Uche, where you dey now?
Sir, let me stay your glow sim, abi.
Glow Unlimited.
Welcome back, and we'll go straight to the foreign scene. President Samia Hassan has been declared the winner of Tanzania's presidential election, securing another term in office amid days of unrest across the country. According to the Electoral Commission, Samia won 98% of the vote, nearly sweeping the 32 million ballots cast in the election. International observers have expressed concern over the lack of transparency and widespread turmoil that has reportedly left hundreds of people dead and hundreds injured. The nationwide internet shutdown is making it difficult to verify the death toll. The government has sought to play down the scale of the violence, and authorities have extended a curfew in a bid to quell the unrest. Sudan's conflict is worsening with new reports of attacks and atrocities. Medical workers say the rapid report forces have shelled the aid offices and targeted camps for displaced people in South Kordofan, where at least 12 people were killed, and the UN says more than 65,000 have fled the city of El Fasher in North Darfur State for the nearby town of Tawila. Aid agencies warn food and water are running out as survivors speak of executions, torture, and rape. Here is the details as presented by Sunday Kolawole.
The people in this camp in Tawila have harrowing stories to tell. They have arrived exhausted, surviving horrors while fleeing the paramilitary rapid support forces in Afrasa, North Darfur.
Okay, Ismail explains how attackers only spared him because one of the captors recognized him.
This was on Sunday. There was a young man I studied with in the University of Khartoum. He told them, "Don't kill him." After that, they killed the rest of the people, the youths with me and my friends.
Other Sudanese who escaped also speak of the fear they experienced.
All of a sudden they showed up, from where I don't know. 3 young men showed up, different ages. They shot in the air and said, "Stop, stop." They were wearing RSF clothes. They hit us hard. They threw our clothes on the ground. Even I, as a woman, was searched. The attacker, he could be younger than my daughter.
Fatima Abdurrahim fled with her grandchildren. She said she walked for 5 days in brutal condition to reach Tawila.
They beat the boys and took everything we owned. They left us with nothing. After we arrived here, we learned that the girls in the group that came after us had been raped, but our girls escaped.
Not everyone in Raid Abdullah's family made it. She waits anxiously for news of her father.
My father is missing. We don't know whether he's alive or dead, whether he's with the people who left, is injured or is dead.
Tens of thousands of people here were traumatized and have little options but to find ways to survive, uncertain of what lies ahead. Sunday, Adeyanju, Osrc News.
That's it on the news tonight, but before we go, we'll take another look at the main point. Ondo State Governor Loki Ayedatiwa has charged aspiring young leaders to stay resolute and visionary in their political journey, represented by Senior Special Assistant on Student Matter, Kelvin Olaoluwa. The governor made the statement during the Southwest Region's May inauguration ceremony and Youth Summit. We also informed you that Governor Loki Ayedatiwa has been honored as the Grand Patron of the Ondo State chapter of Tinubu Support Group during its launch in Akure. We told you also that the National Working Committee of People's Democratic Party (PDP) has suspended the party's National Secretary Samuel Anyanwu, National Organizing Secretary Umar Nature, National Legal Advisor Kamaldeen Ajibade, and Deputy National Legal Advisor Okeshuku Osoha over alleged anti-party activities. Also from the foreign scene, we told you that the conflict in Sudan is worsening following reports of attacks on medical workers and their offices by rapid support forces. And that's it on the news tonight. We thank you for being a part of it. Good evening.